are live. That makes me alive. I'm Brent, and this is my live Saturday afternoon, 1 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, every couple, 3 weeks show that we put on. It is hot. I am sick. I am sick and hot. I'm working on my CRV down near the schoolie, and we had to find some shade. Oh, yeah. So I could enjoy a beer with you guys. Hey, Sten. Welcome. You're number one. Well, to comment, anyways. Oh, look. And you even got a crown, too. Congratulations. I figured since I was taking a beer break from working on this POS, point of sale, that means, I would take a break, have a beer with you guys, and see what the heck's going on. There's Corey and Craig. Look at you guys. Craig and Corey are tied for number 2. Look at that. From New Brunswick to Alberta. 2 number 2s. So yeah, we're just hanging out here. I was just I'm putting a so in the last video you see that, oh, you don't see it, do you? Do you? It's the Brew Crew. Cheers! Everybody open one up. My last video, did I make it to Kelowna or do I make it to here? It's 5 o'clock somewhere. It's beer o'clock somewhere. I can't remember what my last video was of. So I'm either in Kelowna, contemplating getting a tent, or I've got the tent, I'm in Vancouver. I can't remember. Anyways, those are the next 2 videos. We got the tent on, so I've taken everything out of the back of the CRV. Wait till you see what we're doing here. It's going to be awesome. I used to have a teardrop trailer, and I thought they were the bestest things because they were so small. But when you actually got inside of a teardrop trailer, they were huge, just amazingly big inside. And then when you went outside, you had the back hatch that opened up, and there was your full kitchen. This thing has a back hatch that opens up, and we're going to put a full kitchen. Wow. Full as we need for take it off. Hi, Donna. It's lucky beer time. It is a warm one. I've been sitting in this parking lot puttering because I need to take care of my health, but I also need to accomplish things. So we're coming down here and spending about 4 hours a day in a hot parking lot puttering, trying to get this excursion vehicle put back together so that when my health says you can go, I can go. So I'm hoping by Wednesday, my meds have just run out. I have a couple of extra antibiotics I'm going to take. I'm going to stop doing the steroids and I'm going to do the rest of these. I think I have 2 or 3 days of antibiotics left. We're weaning off everything. I'm feeling good. My breathing's okay. I'm going to say 80%, 75%. I can't overexert myself. Otherwise, I have problems breathing. My pleurisy, which is the muscle that hangs onto your lung, like on the outside of your lung, well, it's kind of been pulled apart from the coughing and stuff like this. It's cracking still, but it's definitely not the pain it used to be. So we are definitely on the mend. We're going to stay here on Vancouver Island. We're going to take this puppy, this CRV 4-wheel drive excursion thingamabob out. We're going to put it through some camping tests. We got a new tent up top. We got a new kitchen in the back. We got lots of room for extra people if we want to go for an off-road. Well, come on, let's go check out this logging road, and we can throw some people in here and go check things out. Hey, Kiditsy. Hi, Bonnie. Who else is in here? Donna, So I saw somebody else. Mark the paint guy. Hey, dude, I'm alive. Very cool score. Mega Bar. Look at all these crazy new people names. I don't even know these guys. But that's okay. Have fun. We're in here. We're having fun. Wayne Zamba World. Never heard of him. Okay. We're but it's so nice here, Mark. I don't know what it's like down there. It was pretty nice when I left. I was checking out your weather because I was contemplating coming and seeing you, but I had to get home, man. I just had to get home. We'll be built that way in August again, so hopefully we can hang out. So if somebody can do me a favor, do they know how to boot people that like do spam like that? Because Fayaz, it's really nice. Hi, Faz. I'm glad that you are today your number 2. But if spamming happens, because I don't have any regulations in here other than be cool, and we don't think that's cool. You beat me to it, whatever. Hey, Kevin, how's it going, man? So it looks like there's a few people that are inside today enjoying their time on YouTube. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Brent, and I've been on the road for a little over 5 years. I started out in a Sprinter van and moved into a schoolie, a short schoolie, and we've just built out Ovetta Volkswagen van, and we're building out a CRV build right now. So this one here has got the tent on the roof, the kitchen in the back, and we're gonna have plenty of storage and stuff like this for some off-road challenges and stuff like this. So we're not doing the cinnamon challenge. Holy, we got a whole bunch of what do they call those guys? Trolls. Hi, trolls. Welcome to my show. It's like the first time ever. No, we sit back and we do Lucky beer. It's Vancouver Island's important beer, #1 beer, and that's what we do. We drink beer, we discuss living off-road and doing a bunch of other stuff. So that's what we do. Sunshine, and dude, it's sunny here. It's been beautiful since I've gotten back. We had a couple days of rain, which was amazing because it was nice to wake up to it. It got sunny by the evening, but stayed cool in the low 20s, which is 40, 70, early 70s, mid 70s. It was amazing to have it cool down. We still have forest fires here. You're allowed, not forest fires, campfires are allowed in British Columbia still, which are making it amazing. So we're having fun. That's the old beer in Washington State. This is old or old style? Anyway. Corey, are you back to work yet? Are you still on holidays? I know that you guys are taking off, and I believe the Stampede is still on, isn't it? This is the last weekend of it, so Corey takes time off for the Stampede because everybody in Calgary or in Alberta goes to Calgary, and Corey lives in a small town, runs a nice small little operation of a bowling alley. But he says there's nobody in town bowling when the Stampede, because everybody goes down to the Stampede down to Calgary, especially on the weekends. So anyways, we're having fun. We're having fun. I was down here early this morning. I've been down here early every morning trying to get things done. Today was just finishing up. I'll show you what I've done. Okay. Little sneak preview for you guys that are doing it. So this used to be all my bed down one side and then or down this side, and then the kitchen was all down this side. We flipped the back seat up, so now there's actually seating in there. I'm gonna put like my duffel bags in there, but this will be my kitchen. So and then we got the rooftop tent up top. So this will be a design. I'm thinking about putting a table that folds. Put your dine. Not quite there, but it's getting there. Found the only shady spot in the whole property so me and the dude can stay cool. You're gonna join an investigation. You're gonna join for an investigation in September. Maybe others. What are you talking about, Bonnie? Are you gonna go do some paranormal investigations here in British Columbia? because I might be up into that. I might be into that kind of stuff. SUV tents for the back. No, absolutely not. I would not. I've seen them set up. There was a young girl here that had one and set up. These ones are just flip-flop, fold the top, and you're gone. There's a little bit of, unboxing to do it. But once you got it unboxed, it folds up really quick and easy. The other ones are more like setting up a tent and then having to tear it down and then find a spot to put it. This one stays on the roof, so flip-flop, fold the top. You pay a little bit more extra for them. This one here I got at a fairly good deal, fairly good shape, and it's fairly unique, and kind of fits my attitude of being unique. So it's gray camo, so it kind of matches the gray stripes on my car. Things are going to be, holy cow. Bye, Piggy. Thank you. Another Motorola just handled this. Where are they coming from? What happened? Did somebody like drop a new dose of what do they call that new drug that's on the market? Like, holy cow. I have never, ever, I used to get spammed by haters when I was going through a time with a certain gentleman that wore it is a kilt, but I think kilts should be worn by Scotsmen. And he's definitely not a Scotsman because I'm a Scotsman. And we had a little riffy-tiffy thing, and he went hater on me, and he had created a whole bunch of different names and came back and would attack me in my room. But that was the only time I ever had any hater. I've never had this many guys here like Peggy, like, no, Peggy, get out of my room. Go, get away. No stories when you're being that kind of weird, okay? There is no sorry. It's just like, you're just being a loser. And you don't want to be a loser. Like, be cool, right? That's all it is. Yeah, I don't know. That's what I was asking. Okay, can we boot that guy? I know we can. There we go. Channel. Oh, can't do it. Here, hide user. Timeout. There you go. See you later. Let's go for 24 hours. We don't need to see him again. Who's this guy? Oh my god. Oh, they're coming out in droves today. Holy cow. Hide. Oh, hide. There we go. So if you guys ever see any of that, and most of you guys in blue are moderators, or put them in timeout. Put them in timeout for 24 hours or just hide them from the channel. No big deal. Let's get rid of the clowns. I think their parents didn't feed them their Fruit Loops this morning, so they're probably a little bit angry. So they're strolling the the lives and trying to irritate people, but they can't irritate me. I got beer. Grab the camera for a Lamer Jackson and whatever that means. I don't know what a Lamer Jackson is. LJ, welcome. Oh, you're seeing sweaty Hamilton, Bedrock City. Yeah, or no, Irontown, isn't it? What do they call that? Hammertown. One of my good friends, his daughter drives bus there, transit. Yeah, I was like, what? That's crazy. They're more than welcome to. I got 8 of them. I bought 8 beer. No, I'm not going to sit here and drink them all. I'm probably going to have 2 as we sit here and BS here for the next, I don't know, half hour, 45 minutes. I just wanted to get out of the sun. It was getting too hot. I'm in direct sunlight, and it's 1 o'clock here, so the sun is right above us. So there is no shade unless you're under something. So I'm backed right up to the building, and I think there's 8 feet of shade against the building. That's all straight up and down. Steel Town. Thank you. So come on over, Mr. Niguani. We're over here on Vancouver Island. You're more than welcome. You hunt me down, I will buy you a beer. I promise, okay? Maybe 2. Oh my God, that tastes so good. Donna, I love you. You're an hour ahead of me. So if I started when you did, it'd be fine. It's one of those days. It's Saturday. It's Saturday afternoon. It's been a beautiful day. It's been a great week. I'm I was kind of hoping to be camping this weekend, but then I realized it's the weekend and I live in the paradise of the campers. Like, we have so many people. I was actually shocked. I jumped on a ferry on Monday. I missed my ferry by 15 minutes. The next ferry was already full, so I couldn't get on that one, and I had to catch the third ferry, and the second one was an extra ferry that was put on, and it was already full. So 3 waits, which was just about 2 hours, 2.5 hour wait to get on a ferry to come home on a Monday. And usually it's reversed, because everybody comes to the island for the weekends, and then they leave on Sundays and Mondays to come off. So if you're going the opposite way, there's usually not a lineup. But since it's the beginning of July, which means the end of June, which means school just got out, all the parents are like, quick, let's go on a holiday and burn these kids out. So I guess it's going to be like super busy for the first couple of weeks of July till the novelty wears off. And thank you, Ireland. You can't say enough about it. Hello, Iran. Rock and roll. What time is it in Iran? That's number 2. Cheers. So, what do you guys need to know? What do you want to know? What's going on in the world? A whole bunch of craziness from what I'm seeing. I sure loved being on the road, because when I'm on the road, my phone only gets used for filming and for editing. I don't have time to watch videos. We're up in the bushes. We don't got reception. We have fun. Communication with others. And now I come here and I have to sit and watch the news. I don't have to, but my God, we live in a crazy world. Oh, you're coming to Vancouver Island? Okay, perfect. So here's the school. Here's the school, Bonnie. Here's the scoop, Bon. We are my biological daughter's birthday is in the middle of August. I know they're taking off to her husband and kids are taking off to Vegas, I believe, for a few days, 3 days or some excursion. I believe it's right around her birthday. I did want to be out there for around her birthday. I've never celebrated a birthday with her, so I really would like to be out there in August. So I'm planning on staking out here on Vancouver Island till the end of July. We're going to take you to some different places, because now that we have this excursion vehicle, we can go find some other different places. So we'll go do some shots in different places and take you to different places on Vancouver Island. And then and hopefully we'll be back on the road in early August. And I want to do a little loop again. I'm not sure which way we're going to go. Everything was so fast this time and not well. Like, yeah. I experienced so much this year that I didn't film in human contact and trying to understand how, I don't know. I had an epiphany this year in December, and when I was on my last road trip in Saskatchewan with my buddy Andrew, and I came home and I was all whirled up, and I realized there was something going on. I had to start giving back to society, being of service to people, and instead of just worrying about Brent and building fucking YouTube and doing this. It was all about me, I thought, for the last 5 years. And I thought, you know what? You're not doing enough for other people. And then that was my epiphany. And I realized I wasn't starting to do it yet until I started going on this trip. And then the people started showing up in my pathway. And it's been an eye-opener in more than one way, where it's like some people deserve your time and some people don't deserve your time. How much effort you put into the relationships we have that maybe aren't the relationships that we think we have. A lot to really ponder. It's about standing up for my beliefs and what I believe in, and allowing others to be who they want to be, and then accepting it. That, and so I'm doing a lot of this stuff I learned 25 years ago through counseling and being a part of a life and blah 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 is all coming back to me. And it's dementia. I'm telling you right now. I'm losing my mind. 1 a.m. in Pakistan. You should be in bed, Parsa. I love your name. What did you miss? You missed. We were here earlier. You would have learned how to make split green pea soup with ham on the bone, and we made sourdough bread for dipping. And yeah, that's what you missed, Sue. I was just rambling. Sorry, Donna. Hey, Bruno, how's it going, buddy? Yeah, I've always give Bruno time. I'm bad. My mom died of dementia, so I feel that I'm having lived through it. I have to have a little bit of humor on it. It is the most devastating thing I've ever seen anybody ever have to go through, and I don't mean the patient. I mean the families, the people that have to watch their loved ones slowly deteriorate from the brain backwards is devastating. But it's a joyous part of life because it's death, and it's like you get to be there. But I don't know, man. So I sit there, and it's funny because me and my sisters, like, we're both, in our 60s, and we're getting memory loss. And like, do you think it's gonna? So we joke at it. So I'm back, Sue. I'm on the island. I got back. Not quite a week ago. I believe it was Monday night, late Monday night. I got here, so I've been back since almost a week now. Puttering around, trying to get healthy, finishing up my meds. So I got my last set of meds. They put me on steroids and antibiotics, very very strong ones. Everything seems to be clearing up. I seem to be sleeping okay. Everything seems to be okay. I had this thing called pleurisy where it ripped the muscle off my lung, so when you cough, it feels like a broken rib, but it's worse. It seems to be healing up. It was cracking all the time when you breathe. Now the cracking isn't as much. I'm going to say like I'm 75-80% healed. So I'm really like puttering, but I want to be ready to go. And we're going to go out on Vancouver Island. We're going to probably head back to one of my old hunting grounds up behind Port Alberni. I love it up there. Mostly locals up there, so because you're off the beaten track, you're an hour or so off the grid, and there's so many little hiding spots up there. If I go north to Campbell River, there's a whole bunch of places up there, but they're usually packed, just because it's one of those places that is known. But up behind Port Alberni is less known, and there's some neat places to head to. So we're gonna go check out there for a while and see what goes on up there, just to get out and do some stuff, right? Pea soup and ham. I thought that was a good one. It's one of my favorite soups, right? When you make it from scratch, split pea with like when you have that ham on the bone, the best one. It's way better. Yeah. Sorry for bringing that topic up. Kenny, there you go. Goldberg is as sexy as ever. Brand new bed in there. I think it's like a 10-inch foam. It's amazing. I'm just putting everything back into the back. I had all the tools pulled out of it. Building this thing here. I need to go inside, so we're getting the garage all organized right now because it was just too hot, and I was like, okay, I gotta start putting things away. Grab beer, and it was so hot. I was just like, I can't stand out here anymore. So I've got beer. Taking a break. We're gonna go back. We're gonna fill up the garage so it's nice and clean and tidy and ready to move. The interior of it is full of the stuff that was in the CRV, full of Wayne's crap and a bunch of stuff. So we're gonna go in and start cleaning out the interior of it, getting it ready. I don't think it's going anywhere this year per se. I want to really take this excursion vehicle out and really get to play with it, eh? Carrots. Oh, carrots in the pea soup. And it's not pea soup, it's carrot and pea soup, for crying in the mud. The CRV is amazing, Sue. I am getting I'm getting less gas mileage because of the bigger tires, and I put a tent on the roof. But I'm still getting double the gas mileage that I would in the school bus. So for the $50 I put in for gas, I get 400 kilometers instead of 200 kilometers at $100 for on the other one. So yeah, it's more room now, because now not only do I have the passenger seat fully open, I also have the two back seats are open too. So I'm contemplating like using duffel bags or something for my clothes. I'm trying to build a kitchen so I have all my plates and stuff. We're trying to organize it for a camping thing where I have at least one of everything, maybe two of everything. So we'll have something figured out. It's coming, right? We're have to work on that. So trying to watch these things here. Patty Ann, you seem to be doing really well. I just learned about your health concerns. Thank you, Patty. I appreciate that. Yeah, I didn't realize how much I was suffering before I actually left here a month ago. My lungs were, I think I had pleurisy before. I thought it was a broken rib. I healed up, and then I went on the road. Being in the Honda in a smaller thing with no heat, and so the first few days were moist in here, and moist as in it was raining cold. So I think I picked up another infection in my lungs, not realizing the first one was an infection too. So it amplified it because it never healed the first time, and then it got inset and I couldn't get rid of it. I was on my third or fourth dose of medicine, which usually only takes 2 doses of medicine to usually knock it out of me. So I'm feeling good. As I told him earlier, I was 80% probably, so I'm feeling happy about that. We're gonna be we'll be doing something very soon here, or still making a bunch of videos. I have worked on 2 or 3 of them this morning. We're gonna pump those babies out, and then we're gonna hit the road and we're gonna go have some fun and try some new fun things, especially in this thing. An ebook on amazing spots. Where, on Vancouver Island, or all the places I've been? Part of the reason I did this was Dave Grohl was talking about being a young kid before he was in Nirvana, and he would start documenting his life because he didn't know what he was going to be when he grew up, and and then all of a sudden he realized he became famous and didn't have to document his life anymore. Dave Grohl from the Foo Fighters. And so that's why I was always told that, because you'd sit around and you'd have a beer or two and start talking about your lives, and people were like, geez, Brent, you should write a book. So I decided to just start doing this kind of crap because I might want to go back and look at my craziness one day and go like, oh, now I know why they wanted me to write a book. Hi, friends. How's it going, honey? I haven't slept in the rooftop tent yet. It was placed on a guy's, what do they call those? Horse? No. Those things they build, and they're, anyways, it was on those 2 things. And so it was only a couple feet off the ground. He showed me how to set it up, tear it down, pick it up, tear it up, do everything. And then we loaded it on the car. I couldn't even load it. Thank God my friend came and helped me do it. I have a buddy of mine from Vancouver who happened to be in the area, and he was 40 minutes behind me on the highway. So by the time I went and met the guy, went through the procedures, my buddy showed up and they loaded it for me. So I am ready to open it up and do it, but I'm gonna wait till I'm gonna be somewhere. I'm not gonna open up just to do it. I'm gonna go somewhere and do it. It's very simple. It's very straightforward. It's gonna look so cool, you guys. It's huge. It's like 7 feet by 4 feet, right? So, and you can sit up in it. So it's an old canvas type trifold awning. Yeah, it's pretty cool. You'll see. I wrote a book and I went bankrupt. It's called writing checks, okay? Just because you have checks left doesn't mean you still have money in the bank account, Gore. France is back in France? That's good to hear. I'm actually home now, France. I made it back here 4 or 5 days ago, so I've been back here puttering around. I went back to my buddy's house just so I had a safe, warm place instead of jumping into the school bus or trying to stay out of the CRV. I've been staying at his place, getting a good night's sleeps, trying to eat properly and trying to do my medication. But I'm feeling good that if I keep up this pace and everything will be fine, and if I take care of myself, we're going to go out and we're going to do some exploring here at the end of July. So thank you so much, honey, because I appreciate everything you do for me. What message now is being reviewed? That one got reviewed. I love you. Hi, I'm from Russia. Please wish me luck. Sure will show up. Yes, very nice. Thank you, France. Sure nice. France has been following me since I think Christ was a cowboy. She was like one of my first people that joined me on when I first opened up Patreon. We've been chatting it up for probably 5 years now. It's insane. So it's amazing the friendships that you encounter just through this social media stuff. You know, you feel like you know people. I sent a friend of mine to go visit her when she was living in New York, I believe. Well, that was cool. Like a friend of mine got to meet her in person. I'm like, I'm jealous. Well, that's kind of cool. You think so? You know what? That's the one thing the guy never told me. Sky or ski or I don't know. Is it ski or sky? I think it's ski. Ski. Brewski. Brewski. Okay. He gave me this crap for the zippers because there's nylon zippers and there's a lubricant, I guess, that you spray onto a brush and then you rub it on there. And he says that helps to keep them lubricated so they work better. But he never did say anything about the canvas. Yes. I know. It's been amazing. I don't know if anybody else has been on any other lives, but I just popped in. I wanted to come in. I saw it was like 1 o'clock, and I'm like, oh, I normally do stuff on 1 o'clock on a Saturday. I'll pop in just for, shits and giggles, or giggles and shits when you get to our age. And I was just like rampant, like, holy cow. We're getting nailed by all these guys. Ski. Okay, it was ski. What the heck was I talking about, though? Claire! You just caught it just before you went to bed, probably. What were we talking about, Ski? Scrolling back. Can't see it. What the? Never mind. It's too far back. Giggles and peace. I've had that happen. I don't even want to tell you what happened to me on the ferry. It was ridiculous. I felt old, so I'm not going to tell you guys. Yeah. I am sure glad though summer is here because it is my favorite time. And we've had, I'm going to say this last 6-8 months has been probably dragging on me since we started this adventure here on YouTube. I mean, the first year on YouTube here, we jumped in it was January, second or third week of January. I was moving out to move to Alberta with my kids during COVID, and everything was shut down. So I couldn't buy a house. I couldn't do anything. I just sold my house here. I was building out. I had a Sprinter van. I used it as a moving van. Then I built it as a cabin, and I just gave up. So January 15th or 20th, I came back home here and finished building up my van, living on the road. And then we ended up in Montreal eating smoked beef sandwiches. And for those of you that don't know, I live on the west coast of Vancouver Island, and Montreal is 3/4 of the way across Canada. On a whim, we just jumped on a car and started to drive and started to experience life on the road. And when I got back, I was like blown away, and I said, you know what? This is what we're gonna do. And we went and ended up buying a school bus and renovating it out. We took that to Newfoundland the next year, which is all the way across Canada. And then last year was, oh no, the year before, last year was like all ghost towns and stuff. Just going out and living 6 months on the road. Just like France. France was out here. She picked up this cool retro trailer. It looks like a 1960s trailer, but it's a 2025 trailer or whatever, but it looks like a 1960s. And I was watching her. She was like, oh, we're in New Mexico, and now we're going to Death Valley, and we're going to Vegas, and we're like, just like, oh, that's the life, right? Just hit the road. Hi, look it. We have company. It's Mike. And he's wearing Weirdos Unite. You'll love it when people say that. Still young at heart, exactly. Okay. Here, go. Okay. Sorry, guys, I gotta let you go. You know, it's more important to have one-on-one human time than it is to be hanging out with you guys. That's not true, but it is to me at this point in my life right now. I have a beautiful friend of mine showed up here. He didn't bring ice cream, but it's crazy. Mike, CA, he's one of our subscribers here. He's a local here, so we're coming out. Thank you guys for all for hanging out with me. Okay, I really appreciate